Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Pregame. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studio, and we're very excited to bring you Colfax Viking football. Tonight, the Vikings will take on the 0-1 Eleva-Strum Cardinals. The Vikings are looking to make defensive improvements and get the offense untracked to step into the winning column, while the Cardinals are looking to improve from last week's 72-6 loss to the Mondovi Buffaloes. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Then we'll get Coach DeMo's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then Dan and I will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, the Vikings will try to get on the winning track by taking on the Eleva-Strum Cardinals from Eleva-Strum High School, just outside of Strum, Wisconsin. Now, both teams are looking to turn things around after disappointing season openers. The Cardinals will need to figure out a way to stop the run, as last week, in their 72-6 loss to the Mondovi Buffaloes, they gave up 6 touchdown runs of 35 yards or greater. Altogether, the Cardinals gave up 343 yards rushing. On offense, the Cardinals are looking for a way to get going. Quarterback Brennan Hanner went 1 for 6 in the air for only 16 yards, while on the ground, the Cardinals were led by senior running back Wyatt Milland, who carried the ball 12 times for 53 yards for an average of 4.4 yards per carry. Last week, the Vikings were defeated by the Whitehall Norse 47-8, and in spite of that lopsided score, the Vikings found some strengths they could build upon. Sikora keeps it himself and into the end zone. Viking touchdown! In the first half of the game, the Vikings had a great deal of trouble shutting down the outside runs of the Norse. But after some adjustments at halftime, the Vikings seemed to figure out that part. The play and pursuit of the inside part of the defensive line was stout throughout the entire game.
Pass is complete, but taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Although the timing in the Viking passing game seemed to struggle, they did show an effective rushing attack. The Vikings were led on the ground by the quick hole hitting and bursts of Aiden McKee.
High snap. Give to McKee. He's got a hole. He's in the open. He's out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
Now, if the Vikings can continue to improve with the adjustments they made in the second half and continue to pound the ground with their effective rushing game, they should be well suited for tonight's game. Coming up next, I caught up with Coach DeMo at a practice a little bit earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then Dan and I will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today in Coach's Corner, we're talking with Viking head coach Matt Damone. Coach, last week you could say the Vikings stumbled a little getting out of the gates against the Whitehall Norse, dropping the opener 47-8. Your comments about that game?
We knew they were going to be a good athletic team. There was times we stuffed them well in the middle, but speed kills in the end, and they had a lot of fast kids, and they were able to gain the edge on us and do some good things, and it didn't help that we had the punt return and the kick return they got back on us. So, yeah, back to the drawing board.
Now, in watching that game, both Dan and I noticed the Vikings seemed to have some difficulty, especially in the first half, shutting down those outside runs, sealing the edge, so to speak. What adjustments can be made to turn those plays back into the strength of your defense, that interior line?
We got to move our D-line around a little bit, and then from our linebackers, we just have to get that good, fast read and not get caught in the junk. We got to get to the outside to play that. But, just a few more stunts with our defensive line to help us out up front instead of just trying to fill our gap.
Now, we also noticed that offensively, you have some road graders up front. Any plans to more rely on that line with Aiden McKee carrying the mail?
Yeah, that was the goal all year round. Now we just need to, keep working on our footwork. We got to get our foot moving a little bit faster and not just rely on the upper half of our bodies. So that's kind of the plan moving forward, is we got to lean on those guys.
Because he sure showed some bursts of promise.
Yep, yeah, he definitely did. When he gets a good head of steam in front of him, he can do some good things with also with Asher behind him too.
And there were some really nice holes that the line opened up right up the middle for him.
Yep, yeah, that's kind of what we want. We want that up the middle and quarterback on the edge. So
now this week you take on the Eleva-Strum Cardinals, who also took a thumping last week. At first glance, it appears as though the Vikings might be well suited for this game. What can you tell us about this matchup?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great matchup for us, which we definitely need after that first week. Both of us are just trying to find our way and find out what we're good at, and so I think it's going to be a great game between us.
Now, finally, we'd be a little bit remiss if we didn't ask how Colin Bowl is. Are there any other injuries that we should be aware of?
Yeah, definitely with Colin. He had surgery this week, so he is definitely going to be missed on our team. He's a 4-year starter and one of our grittiest kids, so he will definitely be missed. And then we're also missing one more with Colton Hoffman. He hurt his back a couple weeks ago and had some x-rays, and it doesn't look good for the rest of the season.
But otherwise, everybody else pretty much ready to go for tonight?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you, Coach DeMoe, for joining us on Coach's Corner, and good luck in tonight's game. Coming up, we'll have more Viking pregame.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. There's more Viking pregame coming up right after this brief timeout. You're listening to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
All out on 3. 1, 2, 3. All out. 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 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Viking pregame. Tonight we have two teams, the Vikings and the Cardinals, each looking to get on the winning track after the defeats that each team took last week. The Cardinals want to show that giving up 72 points last week was a fluke, and they have an offense that can move the ball. The key to tonight's game for the Vikings is to keep the Cardinals from attacking the outside and have the offensive line open up holes for the running game so they can control the ball and the clock. So it all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now in just a few moments I'll join my colleague Dan Petschow at Eleva-Strum High School, and we'll have all the play-by-play action for you coming up next. Now you've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You've been listening to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking football.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again. But an awkward silence can be a great thing, like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Colfax Viking football is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, proudly presents today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, out to the stadium for coverage of today's Colfax Vikings game.
And I better turn that down. About like that. Something like that. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Rick Olson here, along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera, and welcome aboard to Ethan Bartles. He's doing a little switching for us today, but you're going to also hear him doing play-by-play coming up a couple games from now, and he's going to be around to do some basketball for us as well, and we're looking forward to that. So welcome aboard, Ethan, and we're here at Eleva-Strum High School to bring you the Vikings against the Cardinals. Yes, I know it's Saturday morning.
Yeah, that's kind of new.
It is. Saturday morning football. Well, we had a little bump and thunder last night, and so the game got pushed back. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad it got pushed back. We've got a pretty good contingent here from Colfax over watching the game. It's good to see those folks make the trip down here to Eleva-Strum. It's a very pretty drive over here, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't hear you nod your head.
I got a good face for radio.
Well, you do. Both teams are out there warming up, and we are pretty close. In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we run through the starting lineups for today's game. I'll run through the Cardinals, and then Dan can do the Vikings. And then we'll have national anthem and the kickoff to get the game started. For the Cardinals, we have number 2 at quarterback. That's Wyatt Myland. And as we go down, Tayton Kirschenman is a wide receiver. Connor Schiefelbein plays defensive back. I'm just going through all of them here. Cody Wolf plays defensive back. Alex Anderson is a running back. Connor Iverson is a wide receiver. Braden Olson is a tight end and a linebacker. Justin Juleson is a running back. Ryan Juleson is a offensive lineman and defensive lineman. And I think we're getting ready for the national anthem. The Vikings haven't left the field yet to line up for that.
We didn't see who won the coin toss, did we?
It's because they're just about ready. You keep your eye on that, Dan, because we need to know that. Javoni Stevens is an offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Sawyer Dietz is the offensive line, defensive line. Carson Christensen is on the offensive line, and that's the players that are going to be playing for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. I suspect we'll get a few more in there. And since Dan's checking out the coin toss, I'll go right into the Vikings. Again, I'll do offense and defense. Eli Ralph is playing defensive back for the Vikings. Bryson Tuchel at defensive back. Bryce Sikora is at quarterback and defensive back. Nick Jensen at the tight end and the defensive line. Cade Anderson at running back. Aiden McKee at running back and defensive back. Asher Picha at running back and linebacker. Mark Solberg and the offensive line and defensive line. Ashton Greenwell, offensive line, defensive line. Dylan Hidala, offensive line and linebacker. Cameron Molina, offensive line, defensive line. Colin Reinhold on the offensive line and the defensive line. Tristan Lenz at wide receiver. And Elijah Ensminger is a wide receiver and defensive back. As we are just about done with the coin toss, and we're going to see how that turns out. And they're shaking hands, but they haven't told us how the coin toss worked out. Well, evidently they're not going to signal the coin toss, so we'll just have to see how they line up when they come out on the field.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what.
Good morning and welcome to Eleva-Strum Central High School.
Well, let's send it out for the national anthem.
This is a quick reminder that Colfax High School, Eleva-Strum High School, and WIAA require good sportsmanship at all interscholastic athletic-based activities. Cheer for your team, not against the others. Remember, if you can officiate from the stands, the WIAA would like to have you a part of their crew. Visit WIAA and move your caps as you're able for the singing of the national anthem by Mr. Jared Bond.
Here at Eleva-Strum High School. And you can hear we have a nice breeze. On a warm, sticky day, we have a nice breeze blowing, and that's what you were hearing in our microphone blowing through there.
Winds from our left to right on the radio dial. If anybody says radio dial anymore.
Yeah. And so, no home runs to center field today. But there's definitely a wind advantage to the kicking game. And I hear a lot of people say it's either a... But I'll be honest with you, that's not the strength of the Vikings. And their strength is running, so it shouldn't affect them. Based on what I saw from last week's game, it's not the strength of the Cardinals either.
Right, yeah. I would guess today's going to be a lot of running both ways.
Which means the game's going to move right along as well. And the Cardinals are still getting introduced to the crowd. The Vikings were introduced as a team.
Yeah, this is a pretty good matchup today, Rick.
We have, for officials today, the referee is Denny Benoit. Then we also have Warren Johnson, Jeff Johnson, and then we have Jeremy and Rich, and Denny wasn't sure on their last names. So we have Denny and Rich out there as well. So we have a pretty typical for high school games, 5-person officiating crew. And we're still waiting to see which team goes out on the field for each team, who's kicking and who's receiving, because Denny and crew did not indicate for us.
Well, I would imagine that.
And it looks like the Vikings are going to be receiving. Dropping back for the Vikings is Asher Picha and Elijah Ensminger back deep.
You can stand there. I can do what I have.
Kicking off.
We're fine. You're good.
Is Ryan Juleson, it looks like. Yes, Ryan Juleson kicking off for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. There's the whistle. He approaches the ball, swings the leg. It's a pop-up coming down around the 20-yard line. Goes right through the legs of Picha. He picks it up around the 6. He gets it out across the 10 and taken down at about the 12-yard line, where the Vikings are going to have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's see if Colfax can control the ball right here in the first quarter and keep Eleva off the field.
So Bryce Sikora going to lead the Vikings to start this game. And let's see, they're going to put it on about the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. And we have a timeout on the field being called by the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. That was a pretty quick timeout. 5 seconds into the game. So I'll tell you what, we got a timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout here. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. Vikings break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 running backs in the backfield. Aiden McKee, the setback. Snap. Fumble, hand to McKee. He gets back close to the line of scrimmage. Little confusion in the backfield.
Tackled by Munson.
Snap was a little bit high to Sikora. He had trouble handling it. McKee then ran into Sikora. And actually it's a loss of about a yard. 2nd down, 11. Cade Anderson lined up as the fullback, just to the left of Sikora. Snap, give to Anderson as he heads around the end, and actually he faked it to Anderson. Sikora kept it himself, was taken down for a gain of 1. 3rd down, 10. Vikings come up to the line. Sikora waits for the snap.
Blitz off the corner.
Play action pass. Tosses it out into the flat intended for Anderson. Penalty marker on the play. I think they caught the Cardinals jumping on the left end. Or right end, I should say.
Eleva-Strum quarterback Wyatt Milan looks like he's shaking off an elbow injury, getting taped up before this Cardinals offense even gets on the field.
That could be an important situation for them. Yeah, you're right, and I believe that's his throwing arm as well.
something to keep an eye on as we go throughout.
All right, third down. I guess we've got 3rd and 5. All right, Vikings come up to the line after the penalty. Give to McKee, straight up the middle. He got out to about the 20, but that's going to be a little bit shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th and about 3. Aiden McKee had a bigger hole than what he looked like he got out of that.
Yeah, you know, the front four of Colfax, now in their second game, have been looking pretty good.
He's got to hit that hole just a little bit quicker. Sikora back in punt formation, dropping back for the Cardinals. And it's coming down. That's Connor Iverson waiting for it. It's going to roll dead at about the 45-yard line of the Cardinals, where they take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
So the Vikings got a total of about 7 yards on that offensive drive, and 5 of those were aided by penalty. So 1st and 10 for Eleva-Strum. Myland under center.
Nope, Hanner. Brennan Hanner's under center.
Brennan Hanner actually under center. Give up the middle and straight ahead out to the 49-yard line. Gain of about 4.
Brings up to 2nd and 6.
Justin Juleson on the carry.
Front four for Colfax has to try to hold up to this Eleva-Strum offense.
Cardinals at the line. Hanner gives it straight up the middle. And they just move the pile forward out to about across the 50 down to the 46-yard line of the Vikings. And we have an injury on the field. That looks like Cameron Molina. And so while they tend to Cameron Molina, we will take this timeout with 9:17 to go in the first quarter. No score. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
And Cameron Molina jogs off the field under his own power. That's a good sign. We have a nice breeze going through the press box, except that it's creating havoc with my rosters. So it's 3rd down and about 1.5 yards to go for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. And he gives straight up the middle. He's got the first down. And about 1 yard extra. That's going to be Iverson. Or no, check that. That's Alex Anderson on the carry.
Good job. Oh, it's first down, but good job by number 51, Mark Solberg, and number 8, Nick Jensen for Colfax. They hit that hole.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the Viking 49, or 44. And again, straight up the middle, and Anderson again on the carry. And he picked up about 3, maybe 4. They're going to mark it as a 3-yard gain. 2nd down, 7. They're on the 41-yard line. Cardinals come up to the line. And the ball's loose on the ground, and I think possibly the Vikings snuck in on it. And it is a Viking recovery.
Recovered by Colfax.
Turnover number 1 in this game goes in favor of the Vikings at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the front four there to be aware.
Hit his hand. He started to run before the ball cleared.
So the first big break of the game goes in favor of the Vikings.
He has it, but they're going to run. They're going to run dive option.
Vikings come up to the line. Sikora at quarterback. McKee at the setback behind him. Gives straight up the middle to Aiden McKee, and he gets it out to about the 44-yard line. Gain of about 2, 2nd down, 8.
And Braden Olson, gain of 2 on play.
Cameron Molina coming back in for the Vikings. He's only a sophomore, Dan, but we've seen a lot of good things from him.
Yeah, this is my 2nd year of seeing him. Grew a little bit.
All right, Vikings at the line. Quick toss over the middle, intended for Nelson, just off his fingertips, incomplete. They ran that out of play action, which is exactly what they want to do. Drew the linebackers up. Nelson was open. And Sikora just threw it a little bit high. 3rd down and 8.
Nelson with a clear pass for 6. If he brings that in, would have put the Vikings on the board early.
Vikings at the line. And we have Cardinals jumping off, and I think they did that before the Vikings moved. And we'll see which way they mark it. I think they're marking it against the Vikings. And they are. Well, it's going to make it 3rd down and 13. Vikings up at the line. Sikora takes a snap, drops straight back. Look out behind you. Throws out into the flat. And it's complete at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. Catching it from his knees was Tristan Lenz.
Yeah, good.
He got a little bit deep, came back to get the ball, went down to his knees, and caught it at the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and a yard for the Vikings.
Yeah, good job by Tuchel there. He was getting tracked down by Alex Anderson for Eleva-Strum, and he got hit right when he threw it. Good
Or
patience.
Sikora, yeah.
Sikora? 22.
Yeah, Bryce Sikora. It was.
Okay.
All right, Vikings up to the line. Give to McKee, straight up the middle. He's got the 1st down and gets down to about the 46-yard line.
Brings up a 1st down for Colfax, tackle on the play by 62.
1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 46-yard line of the Cardinals.
Good job by the Colfax front four again. Opening up a hole.
And we referred to them in Viking pregame when talking to, well, in fact, in Coach's Corner, as called them the road graders, and they did that in that play. Give straight up the middle. Picha on the carry this time. He gets it down near the 40. I think they're probably going to spot it at the 41. Actually, the 42-yard line. One official's on the 42. The other one's on the 41. They're putting it on the 42-yard line. Gain of 4. Second down 6. Vikings back up to the line. Toss to Picha going around the right end. He gets the corner turn. He's got a little bit of room, gets knocked out of bounds somewhere down around the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it about the 31-yard line.
Feature with the first.
Yeah, good job by the Colfax right side to seal it off for him.
From the 31.
First and 10 for the Vikings. Give coming around the left end this time. Anderson with it, and he gets taken down for no gain.
Second down and 11.
That play looked like an RPO that time.
Yeah, number 24, Braden Olson on tackle for Eleva-Strum.
Sikora put the ball in Anderson, but rode Anderson a little bit as if he had the option to pull it out and maybe throw it downfield. Just wasn't there. Loss of about a yard on that play, so second and 11. Give straight up the middle. Picha gets it down around the 30-yard line.
Picha on the dive, met by Olson.
They're going to mark it on the 31. Third down and about 9.5. Scoreboard doesn't have halves on it, so. All right, the Vikings come up to the line. Len split out wide to the right.
There we go.
And somebody forgot something for the Vikings, whether it was a late snap or a couple people forgot the snap count.
15.
That'll make it third and about 15. That was actually a long 5 yards, too.
Third and 15.
That ball was almost touching the 30, and now it's 2 yards beyond the 35.
He's got big stride.
Yeah, he does. All right, Vikings at the line. Sikora rolling out to the right, looking downfield. He's got a receiver. It's incomplete.
We'll see if there's pass.
And we do have a penalty marker coming in. I was going to say he got tackled before he caught the ball. And penalty marker comes flying in. This is going to be pass interference.
Pass incomplete on the play. Flag down. Looks like we're going to have pass interference.
That should be enough for a first down. And they're going to put it right. Looks like the nose of the ball might be touching the 20. So it's first and 10.
First and 10 for Colfax.
As the Vikings get close to the red zone. Sikora waiting for the snap. Len's out wide to the right. Sikora keeps it himself, tries to go around the right side, gets hung up in the backfield. That time Alex Anderson came in to mess things up for the Vikings.
Yeah, Alex Anderson is making a little havoc for the quarterbacks for Colfax. I don't know.
And the Vikings come up to the line. Quick pitch coming around the left end. This is Picha. He gets the left end turn. He's down around the 17-yard line. That's where they're going to mark it, is right at the 17, where he got forced out of bounds.
Good job by number 9 for Colfax. That'd be Elijah Ensminger.
Third down about 7.
To seal off the corner.
We have a timeout on the field. Not sure what for. Official timeout. Sikora coming back into the huddle. Vikings break the huddle, come up to the line. Lens out wide to the right. In the slot on the right side is Ensminger. Sikora drops back, looks down towards the end zone. Caught by Nelson into the end zone. Viking touchdown.
Nice little in route by Nick Jensen there for Colfax.
Jensen was lined up on the left side, went down into that left seam, and caught it over the middle for a Viking touchdown.
A little different than last week, huh, Red?
Yeah, the Vikings actually have a lead.
Yeah, good job by Colfax. Be patient and move the ball
That was a nice drive down the field and a good way to make them pay for that fumble. Vikings at the line going for 2. Sikora keeps it himself, rolls out to the right. Looks down into the flat and overthrows his intended receiver, Ensminger. So the score remains Vikings 6 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When your lawn is looking less than desirable, you need to give it a little pick-me-up. Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. With their Morning Sun Fertilizer, your lawn will get just what it needs. Morning Sun Fertilizer is non-chemical and organic. It's suitable for both urban and rural settings. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302 for a free estimate. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, beautifying the lawns of the Chippewa Valley.
And we're back at Eleva-Strum High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera, and Ethan Bartles doing the switching for us today. Also trying to get a feel of how we get things put together. And I think he's more confused than he was when he drove into the parking lot, that's for sure. All right, Vikings put together a really nice 58-yard drive to score that touchdown with 3:04 remaining in the first quarter. Vikings on top 6-0 and getting set to kick off. Sikora to tee up the ball. Back deep for the Cardinals, we have Anderson and Iverson. And let's see. Sikora has it teed up, waiting for the whistle, which he now got. Here he comes. Low squib kick, rolls down to about the 32-yard line, and they're trying to figure out who's got the ball. And taken down back around the 30-yard line.
Brody Hanson on the carry brings up first and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 30.
Brody Hanson actually had the ball, and they're going to mark it back at the 29-yard line. Now they're going to put it right on the 30. Right on the 30-yard line for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Cardinals come up to the line of scrimmage. Give to the up back, and he finds a few extra yards. Straight up the middle. That was Anderson on the carry. Or was it Juleson? Justin Juleson. From that fullback position. Got about 6. Second down, 4. From the 36. Snap, give up the middle again. This time it was to Anderson. He got met right at the line of scrimmage by the Viking defense.
Good job by number 51, Mark Solberg, for Colfax upend him.
Viking defensive line trying to step up and fill in to replace Colin Bowl, or the defensive line, I should say, who unfortunately fractured his leg last week. All right, quarterback rolls a little bit and taken down in the backfield. Myland on the carry, lost some yards back inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Well, they're going to put it right on the 35, so it's 4th and 5 for the Cardinals. Ensminger dropping back for the Vikings. Myland in punt formation. Wyatt Myland, 53 yards rushing last week. Takes the snap, bobbles it. Got a part of it that time, Molina did, and the ball rolls dead at the 48-yard line. Good pressure that time by Cameron Molina coming right up the middle.
Vikings are going to take over first.
And the Vikings have outstanding field position to start this drive. 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Vikings on top, 6-0. Vikings come up to the line. Sikora waits for the snap. Pitch out the right end to McKee. He gets it across the 50, down to the 45, and down to about the 44-yard line. In fact, they're going to mark it at the 43-yard line, gain of 6. It's going to bring up 2nd down 4 for the Vikings.
Brings up 2nd down 4.
Good job by that right side of Colfax line there.
He got hit at the line and did not go down. All right, Vikings at the line. Score takes a snap. Gives straight up the middle. Lumbering forward is McKee, and he got about a yard.
About a yard. 3rd down and 3.
That make it 3rd and 3, and that's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Vikings 6 and the Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
High school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, September 3rd, the Colfax Vikings will take on the Clear Lake Warriors from Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 3rd, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
And we have a good contingent of happy fans over on the far side.
The first round of rain.
of the Vikings. High overcast, kind of a muggy day. We have a nice breeze coming through. Actually, kind of thankful for that overcast. Keeps the sun away. Otherwise, it would be really awful, especially for Chris out there in the bleachers running the camera. He's already given me enough dirty looks about being out there. Yeah, he just adjusted his glasses in that certain sort of way. One of our regular switchers, Ann, I know, is paying attention. She's watching, and she knows what I mean when I said he adjusted his glasses.
Quick shout out to our Florida listener today and viewer. We just got somebody around the country watching.
And I think, although it's really early in the morning there, we may have a listener out on Kwajalein, the Kwajalein Atoll. He did text me last night and told me he was going to set his alarm for the game. Nice. He was going to watch it yesterday, and because that came out nice for him time-wise, but we kind of got rained out. All right, Vikings up to the line. 3rd and about 3. Sikora keeps it, throws it out into the flat, and throws it behind Ensminger. It's incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Again, number 22, Alexanderson for Eleva-Strum, right in his face.
He's coming from the left side of the Viking line.
Somebody's got picking him up.
All right, Vikings back up to the line. 4th down, about 3. At the 42, and we have a whistle. And a timeout was called, and it's too bad because he had Ensminger. And the Cardinals called timeout just before the snap of the ball. So we do have a timeout on the field with 11:54 to go in the first half. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op. Our reputation has always been true. We take pride in serving you. When you're a customer, you're the company. Always a part of one big family. Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School.
I would love that.
4th down, about 3 yards to go. Well, I'm going to bet the Vikings aren't going deep this time.
You know, they got the win with them.
All right, Vikings up to the line.
Only one out wide left.
Quick pitch around the left side. McKee trying to get the corner turned, and he's not going to get there, taken down around the 44-yard line. Loss of a couple yards, and the ball's going to go over on downs.
But we got a flag.
The Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Well, we do have a penalty marker on the play. That might be a break for the Vikings. They're saying up here in the booth that looked like a horse collar tackle.
It kind of looked like the back of the helmet.
And it's a big one, so it's a horse collar tackle against the Cardinals, and the Vikings catch another one of those penalty-aided first downs down to the 31-yard line. And the drive stays alive. Sikora brings the Vikings up to the line. He keeps it himself, takes it around the right end. He's across the 25 down to he's heading for the pylon, and he gets knocked out of bounds they're going to mark it at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Wyatt Milan there to save it for Eleva-Strum.
First and goal. So the Vikings getting the corner turned on the outside. with Bryce Sikora this time. He also had Elijah Ensminger out there with him. All right, Vikings come up to the line. McKee is the setback. Anderson at the fullback. Give to McKee, straight up the middle. Driving into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Viking touchdown.
Aiden McKee takes it into the end zone. That'll make it 12-0, Vikings on top. Vikings trying for 2 on the extra point. Sikora waits for the snap, has McKee behind him. Give to McKee again, straight up the middle. And again, driving, and he doesn't get in this time. He's hung up at about the 1 yard line. So the score remains Vikings 12, Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
And we're back here at Colfax, we're back here at, I did that last week too. We're back here at Eleva-Strum High School as the Colfax Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead, 12-0 over the Eleva-Strum Cardinal. Viking fans over on the far side, happy and cheerful. They're kind of stationary over there, actually. Sikora waiting for the ball to tee it up. Back deep are Anderson and Iverson for the Cardinals. Sikora waiting for the whistle. He has it. Approaches. Swings the leg. Drives it down. Picked up by Iverson. He gets it out across the 25 to the 30. Breaks it into the open. He's got Sikora. Sikora makes the tackle at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, good job by number 5, Bryce Sikora, for Colfax to stop that one, or it was going all the way.
That was a nice form tackle by Bryce Sikora. He was the last man to beat. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 48-yard line. Special teams look like something the Vikings need to work on a little bit. They gave a couple big returns last week. So the Cardinals come up to the line of scrimmage. Myland at quarterback now. Takes a snap. Keeps it himself, coming around the left side. And we have a whistle to stop things, I thought.
There's a flag on the far side.
Oh, yeah, there's a penalty marker way over on the far side.
That's what he's looking for. 15.
Illegal procedure is the call against.
The call is illegal procedure on the Cardinals. That's going to bring down 1st and 15.
It'll be 1st and... You know, the way the officials marked it off, it's 1st and 14, because he didn't start at the line of scrimmage. He started a whole yard the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Must be getting tired. His steps are getting shorter.
Yeah, those were really big steps just a little while ago. All right, Cardinals come up to the line. Snap, give up the middle. That's Anderson. And the Vikings have good pursuit, keep stretching it out to the right side, and Anderson ends up losing about a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 16.
You know, he ain't going to get any credit for it, but number 53, Dylan Heidela for Colfax started that.
Now, he got on me last week. It's Heidela.
Heidela?
Heidela.
Okay,
like,
Heidela.
and I said, so we could say, like, you're bringing the heat. And he goes, yes, it's Heidela.
Dylan Heidela.
Yeah, he kept bouncing online trying to find a hole.
And we have a timeout called by Eleva-Strum. That's our final timeout of the half. So 12-0 is the score. 10:34 to go in the first half. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
Coming back before they even see what was going on.
12-0. Vikings have the lead back here at Eleva-Strum High School. 10:34 to go in the first half. Second down, roughly 16 to go. Myland at quarterback, back in the pistol. He puts a man in motion. That's Iverson coming around the left side. Iverson gets out across, loses the ball, and the Vikings fall on it. Iverson had the ball stripped out of his hands on his way down, and falling on it for the Vikings is Ashton Greenwell, and the Vikings with their second forced turnover of the game that they've taken advantage of, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Eleva-Strum.
Number 3, Eli Ralph for Colfax there on the strip. Eli.
All right, Vikings up to the line. McKee in the backfield. Sikora waits for the ball. Ensminger goes in motion. Gives straight up the fumble on the ground, and I think it's a turnover the other way. Eleva-Strum comes up with the ball, and it's going to be at the 49-yard line of the Vikings. 1st and 10 for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals.
22, Cade Anderson there. He's having a big first half.
There we go. Alex Anderson all over the ball, offensively and defensively, seeing if he can get something going now for Eleva-Strum as Colfax gets back on defense.
Vikings at the line. Myland looking deep. He's got a receiver down there. He can't quite haul it in. It's incomplete. Pass was intended for Tayton Kirschenmann. And he was covered by Ensminger back there.
Good job by the Eleva-Strum.
Or check that. He was covered back there by Sikora.
Eleva-Strum front 4. I don't know, number 2, that'll be Wyatt Mylan, was having trouble throwing the ball off. He couldn't get the handle on it or something. And they gave him enough time to get that off.
Of course, that's the arm they were looking at earlier. Cardinals have it second down. Give to Mylan keeps it himself. Comes right up the middle and slides and loses the ball going down, and the Vikings fall on it.
Big hit by number 3, Eli Ralph again for Colfax.
That's a third fumble by the Cardinals, and the Vikings recover it.
39.
Vikings so far winning that turnover battle. They're at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
can run the football all you want, you just got to be able to hold on to it. And that's the thing, it's not going to work if you can't. And both teams switching sides right now, fumbling the football.
That's exactly right. By the way, that's Ethan Bartles that you're hearing. Get used to it. You're going to hear him a lot more. Give straight up the middle. Vikings driving forward out to about the 40-yard line. McKee on the carry. He's going to get about a yard.
Second down 9.
Second down 9. Well, now they're marking it back at the line of scrimmage. So they set the ball at the original line of scrimmage. So second down 10 from the 39. Len splits out wide to the left and Sminger to the right. McKee at the setback. Anderson the fullback. And Sminger in motion. We have a penalty marker on the play. Going straight up the middle is McKee. We do have a marker on the play. McKee got out to about the 45-yard line.
Penalty on the play.
And they're saying illegal procedure on the Vikings. So that's going to make it second down 15. Erase a very nice run by Aiden McKee. That's all right. He used his short steps that time, too, because the ball started out a full yard behind the stripe, and now it's on the stripe. So he used his short strides again. Second and 15. Len splits out wide to the right, and Sminger to the left. Sikora waits for the snap. Give straight up the middle. McKee still on his feet. Gets out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Stop on the play by Jacob Olson. It's going to bring up third.
And it's going to be third down and about 6 yards to go. And
You got one of those jittery sticks to keep it going.
that was a gain of 9 on that carry by McKee. McKee had 77 yards rushing last week. All right, Vikings at the line. Slot formation on the right side. Sikora keeps it, rolls out to his right, looking downfield. He's got Ensminger, and we're going to get a pass interference call as they ran over Ensminger as he was trying to come back to the ball. We had a pair of 9s out there. Tayton Kirschenman on the defense stuck his hand up and ran Ensminger over. He's waiting for the ball to come to him.
And see a little glimpse of number 12 from Green Bay over there, whereas he threw it down the field and drawing the pass interference call to move him all the way up to the field inside the 35 there. 25.
That is one of the things that number 12 likes to do.
And we'll get to see it for at least one more season this year, starting a couple weeks.
All right, first down for the Vikings at the 41-yard line now of the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Vikings come up to the line.
If it was live when
Sikora waiting for the ball. Give up the middle to McKee, and he gets across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, good job by number 72, Colin Reinhold for Colfax. Help be a road grader up front.
Yeah, unlike the professional football, pass interference in the high school ball is a 15-yard penalty. Kind of the same way it is in college. Vikings at the line. Ensminger in motion. Give up the middle to Picha. And ball came loose and out of the scrum from the Cardinals with the ball.
Yeah, big number 53 Big number 53 for Eleva-Strum. That would be Ryan Juleson there to get the ball loose.
7:34 to go. And the second turnover the Vikings commit this time.
I don't know that he actually fumbled. I think it just got ripped right out of his hands and the exchange there.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Cardinals at the line. Milan keeps it himself, tries the right side, and gets hung up in the backfield, taken down back at the 40-yard line. Loss of about 2.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up.
Second down, 12.
Eleva-Strum tried to do a little trickery there, and number 33 for Colfax, Asher Picha. Didn't fall far.
We have an ultralight flying by the field. All right, Cardinals at the line of scrimmage. At the 41. Give coming around the left side. That's Iverson with it, and he gets taken down at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 4. Third down, 7.
Dylan Heel at number 53 for Colfax on the tackle.
And he'll be happy you got the name right.
Bring the heat.
Third down. About 7 yards to go. Snap to Milan. Keeps it himself going around the right hand, and he did not get anywhere that time.
Just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
In fact, I think he lost about a yard. Fourth down, and we'll call it a short 8. Long 7.
Good job by number 28, Aiden McKee for Colfax there to turn it back inside.
In fact, this is one of the things we were talking about last week is the Vikings' inability last week to turn the play back in, and they've shown that they can do that this week. We have a timeout on the field. Must have been called by the Vikings because Eleva-Strum didn't have any left. But with a timeout on the field, it's Vikings 12, Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. This was actually a water break arranged by the officials on these hot, humid days. That's what they do, and they take their time to.
The air's pretty thick today.
It is. It's heavy air. They're talking about getting some more storms later this afternoon. So I'm glad we're able to get this one in. This is one of those games where back in the days when you and I used to work with semi-pro football, we'd have one water jug that was strictly for towels and rags, and we'd had them soaking in ice water. And
pickle juice.
And we had pickle juice on the sidelines. But we also had the towels and rags that we soaked and put over the players' heads. And I see they're doing that here on the Eleva-Strum sideline.
I thought that was the weirdest thing. Pickle juice.
It works. I remember I was on a long bike ride. It was the Liney's ride where they have the Century ride where they have a 100-mile course. Trust me, I did not do the 100-mile course, but I did the 35-mile course. And we stopped at one of the stops, and they had pickle juice for us there. And
Really?
it helped, yeah. Fourth down.
Are we ready? Let's put her on there.
$1 million business right there. Pickle juice.
Well, it's the good part of being able to eat the pickles, too. 4th down. And about 8. Mylan rolling out to his right, throws it incomplete, was intended for Braden Olson, who's lined up as the tight end, floated out into the left flat, and it goes incomplete. And the ball goes over on downs to the Vikings at the 44-yard line.
And Colfax, offensively and defensively, showing a lot more energy than Eleva-Strum. The Cardinals only down 12, but if keep it up like this, Vikings are going to pull away quickly and let it go.
And the Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. And Sminger in the slot on the right. Lenz split out wide to the right. Score drops back, looking downfield. He's got in Sminger, and it's incomplete.
Ooh.
Pass defended nicely by Mylan. Brings up.
There was contact by both players on that one.
Yeah, I think it was probably incidental contact that time. They both have a right to go after the ball. The coaching staff for the Vikings in the booth off to our left weren't real happy with that. So it's 2nd down 10. 5:19 to go in the first half. And Sminger in the slot on the left. Lenz wide to the left. Sikora looking to the right this time. He's got Nelson, and in and out of the hands of Nick Nelson.
Pass intended for Nelson, incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings.
Nelson could have a couple touchdowns today, Eddie. Bring that one in because, again, nobody in front of him to stop him.
More pressure by number 22 for Eleva-Strum.
That's Anderson again. It's easy today, Dan. If you see a 22, just call him Anderson because they're both Andersons.
Really?
All right, lining up again with Lenz. Lenz split out wide to the right, and Sminger in the slot. Again, the look for Nelson. He's got it this time. He's at the 20, down to the 15, taken down at about the 12-yard line. Nick Nelson on the reception.
Little mismatch there.
I guess Nelson needs to be covered.
Right.
If he's covered, he'll concentrate on that ball all the way in. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at about the 12.
Yeah, he's a tall, thick kid. Good hands.
They do have him listed as a tight end, but they're splitting him out wide. Same formation. And Sminger in the slot on the right. Nelson out wide to the left. Again, looking for Nelson in the end zone. In and out of the hands, but we have a penalty marker. And it's probably going to be pass interference against the Cardinals. That should be half the distance to the goal.
That'd be number 14, Cody Wolf on the coverage over there.
Let's see where they... So they've got it marked at about the 5-yard line. Yeah, it looks like it's right on the 5. So 1st and goal for the Vikings at the 5.
1st and goal.
And Sminger splits out wide to the right. Nelson tight to the right. And Sminger goes in motion. Give up the middle to Picha. Picha heading toward the end zone, and he's in for the Viking touchdown.
The middle by Picha is a Colfax touchdown.
Good job by Picha to be patient.
Asher Picha with the 5-yard plunge straight up the middle, making the score Vikings 18 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. All right, Vikings again going for 2. Snap, give up the middle to Picha again, and he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Vikings open the lead up to 20-0 with 4:43 to go in the first half.
And the coach takes a digger from
Viking sideline, pretty excited over there. So, with the score, Vikings 20, Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Yeah, we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. Vikings getting ready to kick off to the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. We just got a pronunciation correction on the Vikings. It's Asher Pekka. So he's, as Ethan said, he's impeccable. Impeccable Pekka. We'll take that. Well, we're bringing the heat, Heatala. Yes. So Sikora getting ready to kick off.
Cardinals have gone straight to Anderson back there, so
yeah,
only man they want running the ball.
Maybe getting a little more blocking out in front of him. Anderson picks it up at the 15. Across the 20 to the 25. Gets upended at about the 30-yard line.
Anderson on the return. Cardinals are going to take over from their own 31-yard line.
Looks like they're going to mark it on the 31. 1st and 10. Vikings have opened up a 20-0 lead. Eleva-Strum comes up to the line. Milan still at quarterback. He's got a single setback. Fakes the toss, keeps it himself, finds the off-tackle hole, and gets out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 6. 2nd down 4.
Junior number 51, Mark Solberger, on the tackle.
Second and 4. Up to the line come the Cardinals. Snap, give off to the right side, and changed his mind was Anderson coming back to the left. And I don't know that he got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he did. He's really close. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you can't fish around that.
Anderson showing a little bit of hesitation as he made that cutback that time. All right, Cardinals coming up to the line. Wyatt Milan, senior at quarterback. Takes a step, keeps it himself. Straight up the middle, got the 1st down, makes a cut to his right. He's in the open, he's across the 40 and taken down at the Viking 36-yard line.
That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Nice run that time by Wyatt Milan.
Saving tackle by number 4, Bryson Tusho on that.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Unless it was out of bounds.
All right, up to the line of scrimmage come the Cardinals.
He didn't signal, so then it must have been out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Give to Anderson, tries the right side, and he gets it down to about the 30-yard line. We have some extracurricular play after, yes, and we have a penalty marker. This is going to be a personal foul, probably against the Vikings.
Yeah, Mark Solberg didn't like something.
Well, if it was a result of a personal foul, he doesn't have to leave. If it comes off and He shouldn't have to leave.
So,
He doesn't have to leave the game. If I were the coach, I'd be arguing that. If the personal foul was because of hands to the face, which is what they call it.
and it is going to be a personal foul against the Vikings.
We have a personal foul, illegal hands to the face. We have a 15-yard penalty. The result of the play is going to be a first down for the Cardinals.
I think that probably should have been a half the distance to the goal. I think it was inside the 30. But they're going to mark it at about the 14-yard. Well, I guess that would have been about half the distance. Yeah. They're at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Ball's loose on the ground. Myron picks it up, takes it around the left end, and gets it down around the 16-yard line. I think they're going to mark it about the 18-yard line.
Big hit there. Number 53 for Colfax. That'll be
And
Dylan
it's right
Hila.
back at the line of scrimmage. Hidala coming out. Second down 10.
What are they doing? They blew it dead.
The other guy left and he came on. That's good. The substitution. That wasn't nothing.
All right, Cardinals at the line. Give straight up the middle. That's Juleson. He breaks one tackle, gets down around the 10-yard line.
Running straight up the middle.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
We're going to have 3rd down and short.
.205 to go in the first half.
Eleva-Strum will get the ball to start the second half, so pretty important drive here if you're the Viking defense.
And give to Juleson straight up the middle again. Drives forward across the 10 down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He's near first down territory. Let's see what they mark it at. They gave him the first down. First and goal for the Cardinals from about the 8.
Clock stop it. First down.
No, it doesn't. As soon as they're ready.
Up to the line of scrimmage come the Cardinals. Give to Anderson around the right side. Got hit near the line of scrimmage and fell forward to about the 6-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd and goal.
Big hit by number 53, Dylan Hila again.
Cardinals do not have any timeouts left.
What do we got? 40 seconds?
40 seconds remaining in the half. Second and goal. High snap. Man, ball's loose on the ground.
Ball's out. Looks like the Cardinals are back on it.
And I do think Eleva-Strum recovered.
We're going to have 3rd down and goal.
And run the clock, they say, with 25 seconds remaining in the half. Ball is outside the 10.
Oh, ball's there.
Now he signaled. Which one is it?
He just killed it.
Okay, yeah.
And now the referee waved his hand, stopping the clock. The official in the end zone was clearly saying, run the clock. Myland rolls out, throws it out into the flat. Ball's tipped away by Pekka.
Passing complete.
Brings up 4th down with 18 seconds remaining in the half. Vikings trying to make a defensive stand.
Vikings coaches also getting upset with the clock management there by the referees. Is they thought there should be some less time on the clock.
I think they were feeling that the clock should have been running after that fumble.
Correct.
Now the incomplete pass, the clock does stop. Cardinals come up to the line. Splitting out wide to the right is Kirshenman. Milan throws it into the end zone, passes incomplete, and the ball goes over on downs to the Vikings.
Pass defended well in the end
Good
zone.
job by number 9, Elijah Ensminger, to step it up
The play
for Colfax.
Colfax takes over on down.
13 seconds remaining. Officials are talking over about that play after the fumble, I believe. And I think because it wasn't a turnover, the clock should have been running. Doesn't matter now. Vikings can just take a knee and let the half run out. Snap, takes a knee. And that's going to do it for the first half. Coming up at halftime, we have a Viking profile for you and the Colfax High School report and some halftime entertainment. We'll have all that coming up in about a minute or so. It's Vikings 20, Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
We're talking with Bryce Sikora, a senior here at Colfax High School on Viking Profile. And Bryce, we know you play football, but are you involved in any other activities at school?
Basketball and baseball.
Okay, and what do you do in basketball?
I play point guard, and in baseball I play middle infield.
All right. Now, when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience has it been for you?
I started playing football since middle school at Chi High. Experience is good. I like the challenge that it brings, and it just makes me a better person, better individual. It makes me get tougher with every hit I take.
So what's the most important thing you've learned playing football?
Being a leader. You have to be a leader on and off the field, and you have to learn how to build character.
So when you're not playing football, what are some of the other things that keep you interested or involved?
Dang, I don't even know.
Well, what do you do when you're not on the field?
I play a lot of sports. I'm still practicing every sport. I work a lot, so I guess that helps my leadership role too, as well.
Sure. All right, I've got a few rapid fire questions for you. Just throw out the first thing that pops into your head. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
What kind?
Chocolate chip.
Oh my goodness. Ford, Chevy, or another brand?
Chevy.
All right, favorite NFL team?
Packers.
Favorite college team?
Badgers.
All right, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why?
Invisibility, so that way nobody can see me.
Okay. Little cloak and dagger there. Yeah. All right. We're talking with Bryce Sikora here on Viking Profile. And Bryce, what are your plans for after high school?
See where baseball takes me, and then after that, yeah, hopefully study criminal justice in college and then go from there.
How about a shout out to your family?
Shout out to my mom, Brandy, dad, Chad, and my sister, Bryn.
Now, when people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and what position do you play?
Wear number 5, and I play quarterback and outside linebacker.
We want to thank Bryce Sikora for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
Colfax Viking athletics is back to nearly full swing with the girls golf team competing in a varsity invitational at the Halley Golf Course and Wild Ridge Golf Course last week. At the Eau Claire North Husky Invitational, the Colfax Elk Mound girls finished 10th. Low scores for the Colfax Elk Mound came from Ella Reese, who shot a 108, and Olivia Klickner, who shot a 110. At the Old Abe Invitational, the girls' low score was Emma Nichaniki with a 115 and Brianna Streifel with a 121. On Tuesday, the volleyball teams hosted a quadrangular meet with Clayton Ellsworth and Melrose Mindoro when they came to town. The Vikings went undefeated in the quadrangular, defeating Melrose Mindoro 3-0, Clayton 2-1, and Ellsworth 2-1. Earlier today, the Vikings began competing at the UW Stout Volleyball Invitational. They will continue tomorrow with action beginning at 9 a.m. The cross-country teams got things going on Wednesday when they traveled to Boyceville for the Boyceville Invitational. The Viking girls finished second overall. Top runners for the girls were Molly Hydorn, who placed second overall with a time of 21 minutes, 47.7 seconds, and Jasmine Best, who finished 7th overall with a time of 22 minutes, 52.9 seconds. Coming up next week on Tuesday, the cross-country teams will travel to Bruce to take part in the 2015 Bruce Invitational. Action starts in Bruce at 4 p.m. The Colfax Elk Mound girls golf team will travel to Mondovi for a match at the Valley Golf Course. Tea time is at 4 p.m. and the volleyball team will travel to Clear Lake to take on the Warriors with action beginning at 7 p.m. Finally, next Friday, the Viking football team will host the Clear Lake Warriors. Kickoff is set for 7. This will be parents' night for the football, cross-country, and girls golf. We will have all the action for that one for you on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV. In other school news, the first official day for students is next Wednesday, September 1st. The teachers at Colfax schools have been busy getting school ready for students and eagerly await their arrival, and that's what's happening at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Chris Olson on the camera. And Ethan Bartles doing the switching for us and occasional color commentary. I feel all colorful today. I've got color commentators on both sides of me. Hey, Dan, what do you think of that first half?
Yeah, that was a good first half by Colfax. Their defense did a good job of creating some turnovers for their offense. And that front four of the Colfax really opened up some holes for number 28, Aiden McKee. So they got to move the ball up and down the field a little bit. And, yeah, this is their second year playing together now. And, you know, I can definitely see some improvements from last year.
And I failed to mention it. Vikings have the lead 20-0 as we're getting ready to start the second half. Both teams warming up, and the Vikings will be kicking off to the Cardinals to get things started in this half. And the Vikings had a nice defensive stand there at the end of the first half, keeping the Cardinals out of the end zone after a personal foul put the Cardinals deep in Viking territory. And the defense came up pretty big with a couple of pass deflections in the end zone, and it kept the score 20-0.
Yeah, number 9 sophomore Elijah Ensminger there for Colfax to turn him back.
We can't fit any more men, but I'm at my max. Every year I'm at my max.
And
women and a couple, we can always fit one.
So now we have Bryce Sikora getting ready to kick off.
Good, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And the nice people from the concession stand just stopped up here to see if we needed anything.
And I did try a brownie from the concession stand of the bakes. That was pretty darn good. So if you're ever out here at Eleva-Strum High School, make sure you check that out.
Try the brownies.
Absolutely.
There you go. You know, you really can't go wrong with a good brownie.
Ethan. Never.
All right, Sikora's got the ball teed up, and back deep are Anderson and Iverson for the Cardinals. Sikora kicks it. It's going to come down around the 20-yard line where Anderson has it. He gets out to the 30, hesitates, take a step, gets it out across the 40 to the 45, keeps driving across the 50 into Viking territory, about to the 48-yard line. And Dan, as we mentioned earlier, Vikings are going to have to work on some of that special teams tackling.
Number 22 is making quite a bit of noise for Cardinals right now.
So 1st and 10 for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals as we're underway here in the second half. they're at the Viking 48. Under center is Hanner, and he gives it off the right side, and not much there. Myland on the carry.
Number 66, Cameron Molina, and number 53, Dylan Hila on the tackle.
It looks like Aleva's going to go back to Hanner at quarterback and Meland at running back for the start of the second half.
So it's 2nd down 9. Hanner brings him up to the line. Myland at tailback, or Myland at tailback. And they give it to Myland. Cuts it off the left side, finds some running room. Pickup of about 8 as he gets across the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 1.
Eleva-Strum's left side did a good job there, sealing off the edge. Making some room for Wyatt Myland.
Myland might feel a little more comfortable in his natural habitat, being in the backfield rather than under center, being able to hit the hole right away.
All right, Cardinals at the line. Gives straight up the middle to Juleson. Got hit at the line of scrimmage and bounced back. Hila on the big hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Juleson met the hole.
Yes, he totally brought the Hila that time.
No gain on the play.
And that brings up 4th down and a yard. He's lucky he got back to the line of scrimmage. Hila just made him bounce back about 2 yards when he made the hit.
That's what you look for when you want a 3rd down stop, making them get creative here on 4th down, see if they can get something going.
That's the run-stopping ability, the stuffing ability that the Vikings have. All right, they're at the line of scrimmage. Cardinals are. And we have a timeout called. The Cardinals were trying to draw the Vikings off. They almost jumped, but they didn't go. But we do have a timeout on the field with 9:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Vikings 20, Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not. Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
We're back here at Eleva-Strum. Cardinals at the line of scrimmage. Give straight up the middle, Juleson, and I don't think he got it.
Juleson straight up the middle.
Juleson on the carry. It depends on where they mark it. I don't think he got there.
Big number 8, Nick Jensen for Colfax. Turned him.
And they're going to take a look. All the coaching staff on the Vikings sideline are saying turnover on downs, and the officials say, no, we want to take a look. What do you think, Dan? We haven't had to sight one of these up yet. I don't think he got it.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Now, you can't get away with pretty close.
From my angle, I would say it's short. If they got it, it'd be by the nose.
Yeah, if he got it, it's not going to be by much. It might be one of those where they have to get out the credit card. See if they can slide it in there. You know, measuring for the 1st down is almost a lost art.
Yeah.
And he's short. He's short by at least a half a yard. And the ball goes over on downs to the Vikings. Another defensive stand for the Vikings after the Cardinals had really good field position after the opening kickoff of the half. And then the Viking defense shut them down. Vikings up to the line of scrimmage. Sikora still at quarterback, gives straight up the middle. Driving forward is McKee. Gets it across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Dragged down by number 61, Giovanni Stevens for the Cardinals.
Hey, don't forget to join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network next Friday as the Vikings are going to take on the Clear Lake Warriors. Viking pregame starts at 6:40 right here on the NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Straight up the middle. No, keeping it himself is Sikora. He's got the corner turned and down the sideline to about the 33-yard line.
The result of the play is going to be a first down.
They're going to put it at the... Oh, they're going to mark him stepping out of bounds back at the 37-yard line. Either way, it's still plenty of yards for the first down. Vikings into Cardinal territory.
23, Connor Iverson on the tackle there for the Cardinals.
And Vikings have it at the line of scrimmage, splitting out widest lens on the right side. Sikora takes a snap, keeps it himself, tries the middle and gets taken down. Looks like maybe a loss of a yard back to the 38-yard line.
Number 53, Ryan Juleson on the tackle for Eleva-Strum. Yeah, Colfax just has to keep running the ball and keep that clock going. What do we got? 8:20 left. Third.
Second down. 2nd and 11. Sikora waiting on the snap.
He had his hand on the ground.
Again, that ISO play fakes a handoff in the middle and tries to follow him through the hole. Got back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 9.
In fact, he picked up a couple on the play. 3rd down 9 for the Vikings.
Can't miss that one. Yeah.
Yes, they are. All right, Lynn split out wide to the right. Ensminger to the left. Looking downfield.
Intercepted nicely by
Myland. Almost had the interception.
Brings a 4th down.
He underthrew Ensminger a little bit, and Myland jumped the route, and just off his fingertips, it's going to bring up 4th and 9.
He gets that one. That's house.
Vikings in punt formation. Back deep is Iverson. Sikora takes a snap. Little pooch kick. It's going to come down around the 10-yard lines, rolling toward the end zone, and it's going to roll dead at about the 3-yard line. Nice job by Sikora planting it deep that time.
Kicker's bounce there.
So the Vikings have it, or excuse me, the Cardinals have it.
Seven 11. 7-11 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Myland keeps it himself around the left side, spins, breaks the tackle. Oh,
breaking tackles all
he's
over
taken
the
down
field.
at the 15-yard line, and now he's grabbing his shin.
1st down.
And Myland is down. They're going to take a look at him.
I think he took a shoulder pad to the shin. He'll be all right.
And
Yeah, he's gonna have a bruise.
They're taking a look at him out on the field. And while they do that, why don't we take a quick timeout? You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School, where the Vikings have a 20-0 lead over the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Wyatt Milan is the one they are treating on the field.
Looks like they're trying to stretch something out.
Yeah, I think the heat and loss of fluids is probably causing a little cramping issue. That's kind of the way it looks like they're treating it. It's the old Charlie horse bit.
Lack of pickle juice.
Yes, lack of pickle juice.
Milan's a guy that Eleva-Strum, if they want to get back into this game, they're going to need on the field, as he's a big contributor, as one of the only seniors on this Cardinals offense and defense.
He's a little gingerly walking off the field. But he is coming off under his own power, gets a nice hand. I think he feels like if they could cut his body in half lengthwise, throw away the right half, his left half is just fine, but his right elbow is all banged up, and now his right calf is all banged up. If you send him on a long walk, he's probably going to go in circles. Constant turn to the right.
Hey, as long as you can get a couple yards.
All right, Cardinals at the line of scrimmage. They're at the 15. Give up the middle to Anderson, and he doesn't get anywhere. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Anderson with a carry. Short gain on the play.
Nick Nelson in on the play. Also Ashton Greenwell. Shutting things down for the Vikings. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. Eleva-Strum comes up to the line. Give straight up the middle to Juleson. He got hit right at the line of scrimmage. Again by Dylan Hedela.
Short gain. Third down.
They're going to give him maybe a yard on the play.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but that front four defense for Colfax is holding up well today.
That's about a half-yard gain. Third and 9.
I'll get the creeping marker again.
Yeah. Hate calling it out because it keeps moving.
Well, Dan, if you're if you're both ball clubs, Dan, you had to expect running the football is going to happen. So Colfax front four has been well prepared coming into this one.
And up to the line of scrimmage come the Cardinals. Throw out over the middle. Almost intercepted by the Vikings into and out of the hands of Bryson Tuchel. Pass was intended for Iverson on the quick slant. And we have a Viking down, and that's Hedela.
Yeah, we'll probably see a little bit of this in the second half. You know, it's pretty warm out there. Got to stay hydrated. The front four's been working pretty hard for Colfax this afternoon.
And Hedela looks like he just needs to get a little air, little fluids. Fourth and a short 10. Half the length of the football, shy of 10 yards to go for the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Back in punt formation is Juleson. Ensminger back deep for the Vikings. Last time the Cardinals tried to punt, the Vikings nearly blocked it. That is over his head, back in the end zone, and he falls on it. That's going to be a safety for the Vikings.
High snap results in a safety.
That'll make the score. Vikings 22 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. And we'll be back with the free kick right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
We're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. Works better if you press the buttons so that they actually work. Also works better for Dan if I'm not standing on his headphone cable.
Thought I was going to have some notes from the floor there for a second.
I was going to make you bend over and...
This is where if you had a good punter, punt this free kick, you get excellent coverage.
All right. This is a free kick, and you have the option of kicking it off or punting. And it looks like the Cardinals are going to kick from the tee. Ryan Juleson to do the kicking.
Good strong leg there.
And it's coming down to Pekka. He gets through the first line and out across across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line of the Eleva-Strum Cardinals, where the Vikings will take over. That's the other part about a safety, is you almost always get very good field position.
24, Braden Olson for Eleva-Strum on the tackle there.
So the Vikings come up to the line. Sikora drops back, throws it out into the flat. He's got McKee, who gets across the 35 down to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, the swing pass reception. Picks up
Yeah, strong run there for Braden McKee, number 28.
Aiden McKee. Second and about 2.
That half of the game right there, just keep your legs moving.
Ensminger splits out wide to the right. It looks like Len's out wide to the left. Sikora throws it out into the flat. He's got Anderson. Anderson gets across the 25 down to the 20 and run out of bounds at the 12-yard line. First down for the Vikings.
After a big carry.
Oh, check that. That's Colton Hoffman. No, it was Anderson. Kate Anderson on the carry.
12-yard line.
Number 62, Sawyer Dietz on the tackle for the Cardinals.
.428 remaining in the third quarter. Vikings threatening to put some more points on the board. Sikora brings them up to the line of scrimmage. Len's out wide to the left. Ensminger to the right. Gives straight up the middle. McKee got stopped. Slides it over to the left. Keeps his feet going. Gets it across the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
He finds his way in there. First down.
Gain of about 5. Second down 5 for the Vikings. This is something McKee did last week as well. If that first hole is plugged, he'll step it off to one side
and see what he can find and squirt his way through, which is exactly what he did here. Ensminger out to the left, Lenz to the right, McKee at the setback, Anderson at the fullback. Sikora takes a snap, gives it to McKee, tries the left side, gets stood up. He's down near the first down.
Yeah, good job by Sikora.
Or check that, he's down to about the 7.
No gain.
So no gain on the play. Third down 5.
Yeah, good job by Sikora for Colfax there to hold on to the ball and get that handoff.
Lenz to the right. Ensminger in the slot on the right. Nelson to the left. Sikora rolling to his right. Looks into the corner of the end zone for Ensminger. He catches it, but he's out of bounds. Nice one-handed catch, but out of bounds.
Incomplete pass.
Yeah, good pursuit there by Eleva-Strum to get them to throw it out of bounds.
Munson's cramping up now.
That's one thing Sikora's got to kind of pay attention to is, that Eleva-Strum defense has kind of been tracking him all day.
Ensminger made that nice Odell Beckham style catch that time. And we do have a timeout on the field being called by the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. So with 3:03 to go, 4th down and 5 yards to go for the Vikings. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
High school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, September 3rd, the Colfax Vikings will take on the Clear Lake Warriors from Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 3rd, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Eleva-Strum High School. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. Hey, I want to remind you that the Viking volleyball team is going to travel to Clear Lake on Tuesday to take on the Clear Lake Warriors. Action gets underway at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And the cross-country teams will travel up to Bruce on Tuesday to take part in the 25-team Bruce Invitational. And the action up in Bruce starts at 4 p.m. Girls golf team, that's the Colfax Elk Mountain golf team, is going to travel to Mondovi for a match at the Valley Golf Course against the Mondovi Buffaloes. Tee time for that one is 4 o'clock. I bet that's a course you're pretty familiar with, eh, Dan?
Played that course a few times this year. Probably more than I should. Now I found the Strum Golf Course on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Terrible.
All right, Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. 4th and about 5. Sikora looking left to the left. Hits Nelson in the end zone. Oh no, it's Ensminger in the end zone.
Touchdown.
For a Viking touchdown. That'll make the score. Vikings 28. And the Cardinals nothing.
Yeah, nothing fancy, just a good little out route, and he was open.
And Sminger went up and got the ball. So the Vikings will try for 2 here. Wyatt Milan still trying to work off that cramp on the Cardinal sideline. Vikings at the line. Give to Pekka straight up the middle, and he didn't get there.
Is no good.
So the score remains Vikings 25 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Okay, we're back here as the Vikings have opened up a 28. Chris turned around and told me that I think I might have said 25. Vikings have opened a 28-0 lead over the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Hey, don't forget, first official day of school for the Colfax students is Wednesday, September 1st. Welcome back to school. I know the teachers have been working hard getting things ready. And Sikora approaches the ball, kicks it away. Anderson with it, hesitates, comes straight up the middle across the 35. We have a penalty flag coming in. Anderson goes down about the 37, and we're probably going to get a hold. That's a place where holding happens. Oh, maybe it's a face mask being called against the Vikings.
Preliminary indication is face mask against Colfax.
And that's what it is, face mask being called against the Vikings. Spot of the foul was the 30-yard line, so a 15-yard penalty from there is going to take it out to the 45. First and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 45-yard line. 2:48 remaining in the first half, or third quarter. Up to the line of scrimmage are the Cardinals. Ball's loose on the ground. Falling on it is Hanner for the Cardinals. They missed on the handoff. They were going to give it to Anderson, and the ball kind of got knocked loose.
Bring up second down and 8.
It looked like Hanner was expecting to hand it off, and Anderson wasn't. And the ground was the recipient of the ball. Hanner fell on it. Loss of about 7. So it's going to be 2nd and 17. Cardinals at the line. Give to Juleson, tries the middle, there's nothing there. Gets taken down back at about they're going to put it on the 36-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and 19.
Big number 51, Solberg for Colfax on the tackle.
Third down, 19 yards to go. minute 42 to go in the quarter. Give to Anderson, tries the right side, and a heck of a tackle made for a loss of a yard. That's a TFL, I believe, because I think he lost about a half a yard.
Pretty close to 20.
Is that number 33 for Colfax?
Pekka
Pekka,
on the play. 4th and a long ways. Almost 20. And Sminger drops back for the Vikings. There's the snap. Juleson's kick. It's going to roll dead at about the 39-yard line of the Vikings, and that's where the Vikings will take over.
Colfax will take over.
First down.
From their own 39-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Chain gang doing a little bit of quick repair. Looks like they got it fixed as the Vikings come up to the line. Side judge is making sure everything's okay over there. Snap, give up the middle. No, Sikora keeps himself, goes around the left side. He's got the corner turn. He's heading down the sideline. He may take it to the house. Bryce Sikora takes it to the end zone for a 61-yard touchdown run for the Vikings.
Yeah, that RPO has just been working efficiently for Colfax today, as they've even been faking us out here. Thinking he handed up the middle, and then Sakura took all the way down the sideline for 6.
So, Vikings at the line will come up to the line of scrimmage to try the 2-point conversion. If they make the extra point, we should go to running time.
I don't know.
It's after 40.
Running clock after 35 in the second half, and it's right now 34-0. Vikings to try the 2-point conversion. McKee in the backfield. Sakura waits for the ball, gives to McKee, straight up the middle. Big hole, but I don't know. They filled it quickly, and he did not get in. They got him stopped at the 1-yard line. So the score remains Vikings 34, Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Well, so much for new fences, I guess. 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Vikings have opened up a 34-0 lead over the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Vikings trying to snap. It's at least an 8-game losing streak.
Yeah, I think I said that earlier, but what a difference a year made.
Yeah, I mean, they lost all 6 last year, and they lost the first one this year, and I believe they lost the last one of 2019. Here's the kick. It's a short one taken by one of the upbacks at about the 30. Goes straight ahead, gets across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. And it was Juleson on the reception. Justin Juleson, the senior running back. So the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. And looks like maybe we'll get a few extra bodies in there. Brennan Hanner. He's a freshman at quarterback.
Still no Milan.
They're up to the line of scrimmage. Give to Juleson, the up back, and there's nothing there for him. He got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Juleson met at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And we're headed for the quarter.
And that should be the last play of the quarter. And it is. So we've got 3 quarters complete. It's the Vikings 34, the Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Back here at Eleva-Strum High School, Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Bringing you all the action of today's game. Chris Olson on the camera doing his usual stellar work. And Ethan Bartles doing the switching for us today. And trying to keep an eye on how things go. And the longer it's gone, the better handle you've gotten on how things flow here. I know the first one where Ethan's going to be doing the play-by-play for you will be on September 10th. As yours truly will be down in Savannah, Georgia. I've got grandpa duty down there.
So hopefully you'll bring back some sunshine, even though it's only maybe in September. It'll start getting to that 60s.
I'm just hoping I don't bring back a hurricane. Seems like every time I go down there, that's what happens.
That is true.
First down, or second down and 9 for Eleva-Strum. Rolling out into the flat pass, complete to Juleson. And he gets wrestled out of bounds at the Viking 48-yard line.
Going to bring up
it's going to bring up third and about 5.
33, Asher Pekka on the tackle.
One thing I've noticed is this Colfax defense, even with the lead, they've been nice about helping out their opposing players, even on the sideline. Pekka tried to help out the guy he just tackled, and you don't see that often in football.
No, it's good sportsmanship, and I like that. Vikings at the line of, or Cardinals at the line of scrimmage. Play action pass, looking out in the flat. He's got his receiver, and it's complete. Pass was caught by Braden Olson, and he gets it down inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. First down for the Cardinals. Brendan Hanner tossing one out to Braden Olson, the junior tight end. Cardinals come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, looking for Iverson, and the pass is incomplete. Well covered that time by Tuchel. Hanner was looking for Iverson on the right sideline. Tuchel was right there with good coverage. Second down 10. Cody Wolf is split out wide on the left side. Iverson on the right. Hanner takes a snap, gives it up the middle to Juleson. He's going to get about a yard, maybe 2, depends on where they spot the ball. They're going to give him a yard. 3rd and 9.
Solberg and Greenwell on the tackle there for Colfax.
And we have an official timeout being called. He's calling the trainer out. I think he wants a trainer to take a look at somebody. She's taking a little tape off the wrists of Javoni Stevens. And wind the clock, and the Cardinals come up to the line of scrimmage. Iverson on the right side. Wolf on the left. Look out into the flat, and it's incomplete, intended for Juleson.
Intended for Juleson.
Brings up 4th down 9.
4th down 9.
Juleson well covered in the right flat. I've noticed, though, Hanner hasn't tried anything over to the left. Everything's been a roll to the right. Again, they come up to the line of scrimmage. Wolf on the left, Iverson on the right. Quick toss over to the right, and he tossed it out of bounds. It was intended for Iverson.
Incomplete pass.
But no way that Iverson was going to be able to come back and get that one. And the ball goes over on downs to the Vikings. They'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, number 4, Bryson Tushu all over that one for Colfax.
Vikings have it 1st and 10. 10:45 to go. Len split out wide to the left. Ensminger wide to the right. Give straight up the middle. This is McKee. He rolls and gets out to the 40, maybe the 41, depending on where they mark it. They're going to mark it just
6 on the first down carry. 2nd down and 4.
They're going to put it right on the 40-yard line. Brian Tuchel now in at quarterback for the Vikings.
Always nice when you can let some of the younger guys or some of the second stringers get in there and get some work in a regular season game. Conference game at that.
And give straight up the middle. This is McKee. He makes a cut and he gets it across the 50 down to the 48-yard line.
McKee up the middle picks up 1st down for Colfax.
McKee shooting that guard tackle gap, and they're going to mark it right on the 50. Nose of the ball into Cardinal territory. First and 10 for the Vikings. Brian Tuchel at quarterback. He and Sikora kind of alternated last week. Tuchel waiting for the snap. Ball gets snapped. It's out of his reach, and falling on it is McKee.
Fumbled snap.
Back at the 39-yard line.
It's going
to be a loss of about 11. So 2nd and, yeah, they're going to mark it back at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 22. That's what we saw a lot of last week.
Yeah, it's been a little better today.
Tuchel waiting for the snap. Give straight up the middle. And Pekka had nowhere to go. He got maybe a yard.
Inside run, stopped for no gain. 3rd down, 22.
We're going to mark it with no gain.
Number 65, is it Landon Schlagener on the tackle for Eleva-Strum.
I think that was pretty close.
Schlagener.
All right, Vikings at the line. Tuchel keeps it himself. He gets it across the 50, and he dropped the ball.
Ball comes out at the end of the play.
He did a quick spin.
It really isn't going to matter because the ball's going to go over on downs anyway to leave us, or is it bringing up 4th down?
4th.
It's 4th down.
4th down and 9 to go.
I was off by a yard. 4th and 9.
There's anybody by him when they dropped the ball. They went to switch hands or something. He dropped.
I saw the beanbag come in, but he must have fallen on it himself.
Yeah. Quick spin. He got back to it.
Vikings at the line. Snap. Sikora punts it away.
Good kick.
It's coming down around the 20. Picked up there by Anderson. He gets that out across the 20. Got hit just before he got to the 30. Heedla put the heat on him.
Anderson picks up the punt, returns it back.
And he got nailed at about the 29-yard line.
From the 30.
We're not tracking any stats here, but if I had to guess on a game leader in tackles, I think Heedla is right up there.
I would say you're probably right. They're going to mark it right on the 30.
Calling his number a lot. Looks like he's the captain of that linebacking crew and that defense, so he's been a good leader out there for the Colfax defense today. Only a junior, too, so still got another year to go.
All right, our Cardinals up to the line. Anderson at the tailback. Give to the up back. And I think that's Juleson. Got it across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Inside run brings up 2nd down and 8.
Solberg coming out. He looked a little gassed after that last play. And for him is John Reeby. Reeby's a freshman. Rolling out to the right, looking out in the flat. The pass is intercepted.
Or is
It's
it?
Pekka making an impeccable interception.
Tanner's pass is intercepted.
I'm going to wear that one out, I think.
1st and 10.
First down for the Vikings. No, I think the Vikings are lucky there is a replay. That was really close to being plucked off the ground.
Just going to say impeccable hands there from Pekka to catch it off before it hits the ground, because it was awfully close by the naked eye.
Vikings up to the line of scrimmage. Tuchel at quarterback. And Tuchel keeps himself, rolls out to the right, tries to turn the corner, and gets
Quarterback keep. Anderson's ready.
hauled down right at the line of
Loss
scrimmage.
of 1 on the play. 2nd down 11.
Lost about a yard. 2nd and 11.
55, Jacob Olsen for Eleva-Strum on the tackle there.
6:19 to go in the game. Vikings at the line. Give straight up the middle. He's got a hole. This is McKee. He's trying to get to the end zone, and he gets there for a Viking touchdown.
McKee takes the inside handoff to the end zone.
Vikings score with 5:51 to go in the game. Making the score Vikings 40 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals 0. Vikings to attempt that 2-point conversion, and then following that, we should be going to running time.
Yeah, good job by number 10, Brian Tuchel, for Colfax to get downfield and help him out there to get in the end zone.
Dan, this is going to be the first time we've had running time in our favor.
Yeah.
And to give up, Tuchel keeps it himself and into the end zone.
Quarterback keep. PAT is good.
For the 2-point conversion, making the score Vikings 42 and the Eleva-Strum Cardinals 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
If your car has lost that showroom appeal, give Kyle's Buff and Shine a call. Kyle makes it easy to bring that shine back. Not to mention, he comes to you. Kyle does exteriors, interiors, and even has an ultimate detailing package. When Kyle is done, your car will look nearly showroom new. Oh, by the way, Kyle also details anything that flies, drives, or floats. Call 715-556-2062 to book your next detail with Kyle's Buff and Shine.
Back here at Eleva-Strum High School, Vikings getting ready to kick off as we're getting ready to start running time, as the Vikings have opened up a 42-0 lead over the Eleva-Strum Cardinals. Colton Lemon getting ready to kick off. Dan, you told me Chris was telling me Colton Lemon was doing the kicking for the Vikings in the JV game last Monday, and falling on it right at the 30-yard line
Iverson.
is
Tyler Iverson.
Tyler Iverson, the freshman.
I'm assuming that's probably Connor's little brother. So 1st and 10. Looks like it's going to be at the 31-yard line.
Colfax getting a number of their freshmen in on defense too, getting them some experience. Always good to do that, like you said. They probably have their JV game, but then when it comes to varsity, getting that varsity minutes and varsity action, especially as freshmen, it's a good experience for them.
And your nerves always get a little more, your energy gets a little higher when you get into that varsity game.
Yeah.
Even if it's mop-up duty.
Exactly.
Cardinals at the line of scrimmage. Give tries the right side. That's Juleson. He's broken it open. Juleson finally gets hauled down by Theo Hovde. The freshman defensive back, Theo Hovde, makes the touchdown-saving tackle at the 38-yard line of the Vikings. Actually, a nice form tackle that time by Hovde on the, as he had to chase him down. Splitting out wide to the right is Brody Hansen for the Cardinals. Give to Juleson again, trying the right side. Runs through a couple of tackles, and coming up and making the stop that time is Matt Dockel, sophomore defensive back.
Juleson taking advantage of those younger Vikings that are in on the line and in the secondary now has a couple big runs to set Eleva-Strum up for the first time today.
2nd down and a yard to go. 3.5 to go in the game. Hanner takes a snap, rolls out to the right, throws out into the flat. He's got his receiver. He's got it down around the 24-yard line. That's Caden Hansen.
It's complete to Caden Hansen.
And it's a first down for the Cardinals at the Viking 24-yard line. All right, the Cardinals come up to the line. Pretty young-looking backfield out there for the Cardinals. Hanner looking downfield. Pass is intercepted by Hovde, and he's wrestling forward, gets taken down at about the 2-yard line. Theo Hovde with the interception.
He'll be holding on to that ball. I believe that's his first varsity interception, as the referee had other ideas, but big play there by Hovde for his first varsity interception.
Got a nice pat on the back from Coach DeMoe as he headed over to the sidelines. Vikings putting a few new bodies in there. They have it first down. Looks like they put it on the 3. Give straight up the middle. Still trying. McKee on the carry.
Inside handoff for a short gain brings up 2nd down and 9.
2nd down, 9. At the 4-yard line. Minute 20 to go. Vikings taking their time. They could almost go into victory formation here. There's a snap. Gives straight up the middle by Tuchel. No, he kept it himself. Takes it around the right end. He's got some room to run. He's got one man to beat. Gets knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds after a long first.
Brian Tuchel on the carry. We are in running time. They knocked him out at the 44-yard line. 38 seconds to go. The Vikings are going to have to run one more play. So the 8-game losing streak is going to come to an end. Vikings at the line. Tusha waiting for the snap. He gets the ball, gives it straight up the middle. Taken down at the line of scrimmage is Pekka.
And game.
And that'll be the end of the game. Final score, Colfax Vikings 42, the Eleva-Strum Cardinals nothing. We have Viking postgame coming up right after this timeout. You've been tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
This has been Colfax Viking Football, live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where I'll look back at today's game.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with our wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, back out to the stadium.
And welcome back to Eleva-Strum High School, where the Vikings have emerged victorious over the Eleva-Strum Cardinals, snapping that 8-game losing streak by a score of 42-0. That puts the Vikings at 1-1 on the season, with the Clear Lake Cardinals coming up next week. We're hoping to have Coach DeMoe up here in just a minute. If I remember right, he's got to walk about a half a mile one way and then come back the other half mile just to get up here. But he's young, he's healthy, he can do that. But Dan, your initial thoughts?
Yeah, a lot better ball control this game than last week. Matt DeMoe had his team ready this week, so.
I was very impressed with the line play, both on the offensive side and the defensive side by the Vikings. That's what made the team move down the field, was good line play, some pretty hard running all the way by the Vikings. And Bryce Sikora showed that he can throw the ball and got a couple touchdown passes today. And he had the one to Nelson and the one to Ensminger.
Yeah, a little difference from this week to last week. I noticed last week that they tried to run the ball a little faster, and they created a bunch of turnovers. This week they kind of went back to the basics, did the ground game, and just more or less just ran the ball right down them.
Well, hopefully Coach DeMoe will be heading over this way. Yeah, let's. Yeah, we're gonna take a. Well, all of a sudden my cursor isn't working, and now we've got one. So let's take a quick time out here, and we'll be back
Right after this timeout, you're tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is.
Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Your home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.